Right. So I wanted to try to quickly address some things because there's some people in the comments saying that they don't fully understand what the lies he told were, that I haven't made clear enough what his accusations were and what I'm upset by. So, to begin with, he told people that I was a murderer. He told people that I helped murder a woman, that I intentionally did these things and escaped justice. Um, he then changed that to say that the only reason I wasn't in prison was because I had a $50,000 lawyer that didn't exist, who they could never give any documentation to prove existed. And they said that that $50,000 lawyer got me a plea deal, which never existed. There's no documentation of me having a plea deal. I was a witness. There would be no reason for me to have a plea deal. So that's the first section. He says that I have no mental health conditions and there is no abuse in my family, even though my father crippled my little brother by beating my mother while she was pregnant with him. And my father killed himself while beating my mother in front of his children and grandchildren, I can add. He shot himself in the head because my mom locked herself in the bathroom and he wanted to continue beating her. So he got the gun and he told her that if she didn't come out and allow him to finish the job on her, he was going to shoot himself. And that's what he did. In this non-abusive, non-mentally ill household. I wasn't there that day. I heard about it from my sister, who was. Because he did that in front of my older sister, my younger brother, my older sister's children. They were just babies. But Adonis Paul has told people that there is no history of abuse in my family, and there's no history of mental illness in my family, and I am lying about everything. These are difficult things to speak out about and then openly be called a liar and mocked by thousands of people as a liar when I didn't lie. The reason that I stayed with my grandmother so much as a child was because of the abuse in that home. My grandmother didn't want me to be a part of it. I was born in her car and she had a connection with me and she didn't want to see me in that hellhole. So she took me away as much as she could. When he said that I didn't have any mental health conditions, he told people that I was choosing to be homeless just because I was lazy and didn't want to get a job. Which is also really hard to be told and mocked for when you genuinely can't work. I've tried, but since the murder, I can't seem to do much of anything around people. Trying to remember all of the exact lies that he told. But that's a handful of them, you know. He held multiple fundraisers to urinate on my handicapped brother's grave, at which he sent my aunt to the grave just after my mother passed away to fulfill that fundraiser so he wouldn't be seen as a scam artist. He started that trend of cyberbullying YouTubers using my little brother's grave and the idea of desecrating his remains for their own financial gains. That was him. It's a lot. He's done a lot. He's had people follow me, so that he could know exactly when I got weed, and he could have people terrorize me because I had been to a dispensary in a state where it's legal and it's the only drug that I do. He intentionally twists things to make you seem like you're the crazy one. He puts thoughts in my head and pushes them until they're real, and then says that I'm crazy for believing them. He's the one that told me that they were following me, that they were taking photos of me when I'm outside, that they were going to the dispensaries, that they had people working at the dispensary to watch me. He's the one that told me that. But now he says, gang stalking's not real, you're just crazy. But you're the one that convinced me that you were doing that to me. Knowing that I had mental health conditions you were openly denying I had, while actively using against me. This is my problem. And he has thousands of people to use to hurt me whenever I speak out too much, and he's afraid that people might be listening. There's a lot more that I'm not even getting into right now because I can't think of everything that he's done. That's just the worst of it. But this has gone on for 3 years.